Hey guys, just wanted to do a follow-up on the fidget spinner from Market Basket that I had found earlier today. Kind of wanted to do a comparison between the Walmart spinner and the Market Basket spinner. And I got this thing working here on the side. This is a new one I just got in. I've had one other LED spinner before, but I couldn't reliably count on it to turn on and turn off. So this one is, right now I'm just testing the battery to see how long they work. I've had this one running for about 8 hours now, 9 hours now, so the batteries, as opposed to the other one, this one's actually lasting a long time. It's got 3 settings on it, and off, and these just press in, and they've got a lot of friction in there, so yeah, I've got high hopes for this one. So I'm testing it out. That one flew across the table. So yeah, like that, I'm just trying to test it out, see how long batteries last on it before I do a thorough test on it. And let's see. Let's pop this one open here, because this was the whole point of this video, was to finish the review of this spinner, because I have not spun it yet. As I said earlier, it really bothers me that they put these steel inserts. Now that I've got it open, I can't tell if they're steel or if they're plated. They are fairly weighty. They aren't quite as heavy as a set of bearings in each one of the lobes. And you can hear the noise. This thing is way, way unbalanced. I mean, I'm afraid to let go of it. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can't balance it on my hand, on one finger. It does want to wobble quite a bit. There, I got it balanced on one finger now. You see the strobe effect? It's got a nice strobe effect. I did like that, but I don't like the way it shakes back and forth, and it's also very, very noisy. So this one would definitely be able to be heard in a classroom or in a quiet setting. But I do like the double helix look to that. That's actually cool. It's almost a 3D effect if you look at it. Wow. If you look at it like on edge like that. That is really cool. I wonder what, if you had chromed out bearings, I wonder how that would look in there, if they look the same 3D. And let's see, show you the bearings on the inside, and it does have, just like this one, it has steel bearings in it. It does have a race in it to keep them all separate. Just unfortunately, it is very noisy, noisier than the Walmart spinner. Let me go ahead and pop it out of there and compare it. I would very, very much like to compare it to the spinners from Zag Toys, but I did sign an agreement that I would never put another spinner in a review video with their spinners. So that was one of their conditions of them sending the free ones. The free ones I'm giving away tonight in about an hour was that I could not show, the wording was approximately, I could not feature any other spinners in a review except theirs. So that's why I can't put the Zag Toys in here. I would like to very much, because I did think the Zag Toys, let me let you hear that one for a second. And see the strobe effect, which really didn't have much of one. There it goes, there's a little bit of a strobe effect there, I like that. But it's quieter. The Zag Toys did make a very good spinner. Unfortunately, it was just a plain boring spinner. And in my opinion, they dropped the ball big time, because Zag Toys does have the licenses to all the Marvel characters like Spider-Man, Thor, well, that's Captain America's DC Comics, but Thor, the Incredible Hulk. They could have made all kinds of incredible spinners that would have like fit into the shield of Captain America. Can you imagine if you had a spinner that was the Captain America shield and it plugged into a Captain America toy shield? You know, I've seen these at Walmart. They're approximately this big around. It's hard to see in the camera, but they're like a foot across. Small shields that fit on your arm, and it had a rotating part. They could have made a spinner that was round, that was the star, and it could have plugged in to the shield and Spider-Man has a web spinner that fits on your wrist and shoots out the web string. And this could have actually spun and been part of the web spinner, but they didn't do that. They came up with just these plain boring spinners. The colors were vibrant. They were really good spinners. They were just boring spinners. So yeah, as you can see, this one they went really cheap on this one. They plugged in these stupid metal inserts, even though they are pretty. It's obvious that they're cheap. They're not very well precision round. I don't know if you can see the edges inside there, but there are rough edges inside there. This one is very noisy, unbalanced. You can feel it wobbling. So I can get the other one going. This is the Walmart spinner on this side. Walmart here. Quiet, well balanced, but no good strobe effect. At least compared to this one. I mean, that one there is nice. I really like that one, even though I gave it the finger. So yeah, just wanted to follow up and let you compare the two. Both of them cost $4.97. I went back to my local store today to try to find the Fidget cubes, but they were all wiped out. They were gone, which was very surprising because I wouldn't think Fidget cubes were that popular, but apparently they are. When I'm out there talking to people at the flea markets and stuff, and my friends, the ratio of spinners to cube lovers is very disproportionate. You know, probably for every 10 people who like the spinners, only 2 people like the cubes. I'm not sure exactly why that there is that disparity, or exactly why there are so few people who like both. I personally don't care for the cube a whole lot. It's not very, doesn't have much feedback to it. So that's what I like, is the feedback. And I have found that people who like the spinners do not like cubes in general, and people who like the cubes don't like the spinners in general. Now there are a few people in the middle who like them both, but it's very rare that I've found somebody who likes both of them. So let me wrap this up. I mean, I've shown you everything there is to these. They're both black. Really the only difference is this one is wobbly, this one is not. Better balanced. This one has a better strobe effect to it. But the problem is with both of these is you can't touch them in the store. They both come in these packages. Let me get the packages over here. They come in these packages, and you know, the biggest part about a spinner is being able to test it before you buy it, so you can feel the spin of the spinner, or at least get a good feel, you know, get a good review. So if you walk into the store cold and you don't know what either one of you is like until you've seen a review and heard it on the video and seen it in action, you don't know. I mean, who knows what you're going to get in these for these $5 spinners. So yeah, that's about wrapping it up for now. Hopefully I will have good news for this one. I was going to give you a little sneak peek on this one right quick, because it does have 3 settings on there. Each one of these does light up, and I got it backwards. So let me flip it over. These are made to be taken out, and it's hard to see on here, but these actually do have a little tiny edge, and you need good fingernails or a fingernail file, something very, very small to get in there, and these will actually separate out, and you can replace the battery. And I'm sure the batteries are fairly cheap. I haven't looked them up myself yet, but I know on Amazon from other purchases that I could get 6 batteries for 50 cents a piece, and this only takes 3. So for about $6 you can probably get 2 refills for this one. Kind of a cool look to it. It's not very heavy, so it's not going to have a very long spin time. Typical of, just like the green I showed you the other day, it doesn't have enough weight, and you can hear the bearings in there. The bearings are, I can definitely feel the bearings banging around in there. Maybe some oil will take care of that. I do like the look. See what happens when I slow it down. I'll be able to change it up. But this thing is loud. If you do decide to get one of these for whatever reason and it's loud, spray some WD-40 in there with PTFE, or get some of that valve oil or 3-in-1 oil, and that should knock out the noise pretty much. Whoa, that's freaking cool. Yeah, I don't know where to get these from, so if you ask me where I got them from, these came in the mail with a bunch of other spinners that were sent to me by a distributor. So I don't know exactly where to get these. Hopefully they'll be available soon on the market. turn it off. So you can turn them off, so you can save the batteries as long as you remember to turn it off. It popped the cap off of here. And I may be able to get the cap off. I was gonna say I may give this one away. As you can see, this one has a steel race in it. So I can zoom on, get the focus right. Yeah, steel race. That's probably why it's making that awful noise. I'm gonna go ahead and spray it. But this is my WD-40 with PTFE with Specialist, or is that? Yeah, this is the one. I almost made a mistake. I have the WD-40 with silicone in it, which is not a good choice in my opinion. So let's see here. It's gonna go everywhere if I'm not careful. And let's see if I can spin it just a bit. Really has not made a difference in the sound, so I'm gonna hit it again. It's still pretty loud. Definitely I don't feel the bearings banging around in there. This is how I distribute the lube in my bearings with when I spray them. Is I shake it back and forth to kind of wobble it and get the bearings to distribute the oil evenly. So even though it's not as loud as it was, at least the bearings aren't banging around in there. They aren't as hard as they were. So yeah, I'll wrap this up, and I'll give you some more feedback on this one once I have tested it out for a few days to see how long the batteries last. And who knows, I may wind up giving this away to some winner and as a bonus spinner in one of the projects. If you think this would make a good bonus prize in one of my spinner giveaways, let me know. Just leave a comment, thumb up or thumb down the video. Let me know what you think about it. And see, I'm going to do all three here. So you can see it looks kind of washed out to me because of the lighting. But these are 3 different speeds. I should turn it off. See, two right there, and that turns that one off. So it's a pretty cool spinner. It is loud. I would not take this one to class or any place where I didn't want to make noise or be noticed. The lights don't get you noticed. The sound definitely will. And I'll talk to you later.